Hey, welcome to another edition of the War Room, episode 4. This is episode 4. Again, welcome, and for any of you who are new subscribers in the last couple of weeks, thank you. Hey, I really appreciate that. This is not, got to get a good angle here. This is not the video that it was supposed to be. All right, this was supposed to be who I am and why it matters. Who I am and why it matters. Hey, sometimes life happens. I haven't posted a new video in a couple days. Life happens, you get busy. So I will tell you, not just for me, but for you watching, all right? Priorities. Sometimes we have to remember we have certain priorities in life that come first, all right? Before social media. I want to share with you a few things. Hey, Mike, you going to do it? We're waiting. You gonna talk about it? Woo! Talk about it. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, here's the deal. I am gonna quote a proverb. Well, where's this proverb from? Yeah, it's from the Bible. It's from the Bible. You can look at the Bible in the context of any genre that you want to. Fiction, make-believe, fantasy, fairy tale, a historical timeline, or, depending on your personal faith, all right, the true, accurate Word of God, all right? Well, which God, Mike? Which God? The Greek mythology gods? Think about it. Here's the deal. The Smithsonian Institute. All right. They've come out and they've publicly said in the past, that the Bible is useful as an accurate historical timeline. Hey, think about it, just food for thought, but that's not my point here. Here's the proverb I'm going to quote. All right. Even a fool seems wise if he keeps silent. I'm not going to talk about everything. And I'm not going to talk about everything right away, right as it's happening. Sometimes it's not worth it. Even a fool, hey, I've been a fool a million times in my life. And sometimes you got to learn the hard way. Oh, Mike, that doesn't sound fun. Yeah. What do you mean you got to learn the hard way? You know what I mean. Sometimes you go down a path and it's not the path that you wanted, and you make stupid mistakes or foolish mistakes, or you speak out of your mouth without even really thinking about what you're truly saying. Even a fool seems wise if he keeps silent. I'm gonna share with you my own proverb. All right, my own proverb. Think about this. What is has already been, and what has already been will be again. Mike, that sounds stupid. Well, let me say it again slower, and think about it. Think about it in the context of two things. Your life, everything that has happened in your life, and then the global stage. The global stage. What has already been, all right, past tense, what has already been, or I'm sorry, what is current, what is everything that's unfolding right in front of our eyes. What is has already been, past tense, and then future. What has been will be again. We know this. Future will, the history repeats itself. and the things that we're about to experience in the future, in some way, shape, or form, we've already experienced. So I'll leave you with this, and then I'll move on. What is, has been, and what has been will be again. Mark my words. Mark my words. But sometimes a fool seems wise if he or she stays silent. Mike, is your silence a sign of weakness? No. Because I'll tell you what, this is me. All right. I'm surrounded by a bunch of fools, all right, who seem wise in their own eyes, but they don't stay silent. Oh, they just flap. Click, 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 send. Click, click, send. Man, I'm going to move on. Hey, I really wanted to do the episode of who I am and why it matters. And that's coming. All right. I have the, obviously I'm in my truck again, on my way to work. All right. Life happens, and I haven't posted in a couple days, and I have responsibilities, and but the new studio set up. I have a new microphone. Thank you to my son who blessed me, who gifted me with this microphone, and it's awesome. All right. And again, I told you the show will get better. You know, the show will go on. But sometimes life happens. Hey, this is a short video. Think about it. Think about everything I just said. Sometimes it will benefit you just to stay silent. You got to bite your tongue sometimes, all right? Everybody is so quick to be Johnny on the spot and throw out there their thoughts, their ideas, their beliefs. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this is a social media talking platform. Well, what do you expect, Mike? Man, think about it. Whatever your faith is, whatever you put your hope and faith and desires in, I don't know. Part of me doesn't care. I mean, I do. Here's my point. I guess I'm going back to this proverb because it truly is true. If you watch this and you're like, man, maybe a few days ago, maybe last Saturday, maybe last Friday night, maybe I jumped the gun and said a whole bunch of things without truly thinking about it. Again, I am not saying that standing up for what you think is right is wrong. It's not. There's been plenty of times. Don't even get me started on the short little time I spent advocating for what I thought was right in my local school board. Was I a fool for speaking my voice? In the eyes of some people, probably yes. All right. So my point is, if you strongly believe and you have a faith in something, you know that it's right, and you see opposition or you see what you perceive to be wrong, man, I support you. Stand up for what you believe is right, because it's black and white. There's right and there's wrong. And unfortunately, both of them walk amongst us every day. Woo! Think about it, man. I could just go on and on and on. And now we're pushing 10 minutes. Hey, it's Wednesday. It's halfway to the weekend. Think about it. This has been episode 4 of The War Room. I will get back to The War Room, the studio. Hey, thank you. Whatever you decide to do today, man, make it good. Woo! The War Room.